Series of meetings that have been planned early since morning, headed and chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, one after the others have concluded, with now top decisions are also on the cards and to be taken very shortly. Now, the Ministry of Home Affairs has put together a Pakistan dossier, which had been handed over to the Ministry of External Affairs. This document has been shared with the Pakistani government and it consists of the comprehensive information about the Taliban and the Haqqani network attacks, the 2008 Indian embassy bombing in Kabul, Pakistan-sponsored terror attack and terror camps across the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Waziristan and more. Let's in fact take you through these details, as you can see on your screens in a minute, how exactly the dossier of Pakistani that has been prepared in a comprehensive manner by the Indian government looks like, also entailing about dismantling of the nexus that have been operating in Pakistan, saying that Pakistan's track record in sponsoring, sheltering and exporting terrorism is one of the most dangerous and destabilizing forces in the world. As you can see, viewers, with the pointers of the dossier clearly stated, it also mentions the name of Khwaja Mohammad Asif, who is the Pakistan Defence Minister, admitting that the country supported the terrorist groups more than 3 decades, calling it a mistake tied to the US-led foreign policy decisions. And in fact, articles of the same matter, while citing the statements, is also attached. Now, the dossier also explains and underlines that the export of terrorism globally has been done by these terrorist groups, which are responsible for numerous deadly attacks on Afghan civilians, including the 2008 Indian embassy bombing in Kabul and the 2001 attack on the US embassy in Kabul. Moving on, it also mentions about Russia, where the attack of Moscow concert hall took place last year, and the Pakistani link has emerged this year during the investigation in the Moscow terror attack. Russian authorities then identified the mastermind as Tajik national and then probing connections to Pakistan. The dossier has also details of the attack that happened by Pakistan-based Sunni extremist group Jaish-e-Mohammed repeatedly on the Iranian security forces in Sistan and Balochistan province, while cross-border militancy is also on a rise owing to Pakistan, as per this dossier. Apart from that, United Kingdom has also been named while being at the spotlight of the attack by terror forces in Pakistan, and Osama bin Laden's sanctuary in Pakistan is what takes the space as well in the dossier, saying that in 2011, the year 2011, US raid had killed Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden in Pakistan, exposed systematic failure in Pakistan counter-terrorism efforts. Sanjay Sharma is joining me live on the broadcast for more details. Sanjay, we have accessed the complete dossier of Pakistan, where the attacks have been repeated and named of that have been carried out, the terrorist attack that have been carried out, and emerged the links with Pakistan as far as Russia, Iran, UK is concerned. Share more details as to what exactly is the basis of this important dossier against Pakistan.
देखिए, पहलगाम हमले के बाद से पाकिस्तान ने ये कहना शुरू किया था कि उसके खिलाफ भारत सुनियोजित तरीके से कॉन्स्पिरेसी कर रहा है और प्रोपेगेंडा फैला रहा दुनिया भर में, जबकि पाकिस्तान खुद विक्टिम है टेररिज्म का। तो पाकिस्तान के इसी प्रोपेगेंडा को तोड़ने के लिए भारत सरकार की तरफ से एक डोजियर बनाया गया है। इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसी भारत की आईबी ने इस डोजियर को तैयार किया है और पाकिस्तान ने कब किस तरीके से भारत में आतंकवाद को बढ़ावा दिया, आतंकियों को भेजा, आतंकी हरकतें कराई, आतंकी घटनाओं को अंजाम दिया, इस सब की पूरी डिटेल है। चाहे जैश-ए-मोहम्मद की बात करें, लश्कर-ए-तोयबा की बात करें, हिजबुल मुजाहिदीन की बात करें, तो किस तरीके से पाकिस्तान में पाकिस्तान से इन सभी आतंकवादियों को पैदा किया गया, भारत भेजा गया जाता है, लगातार भेजा जाता रहा है और आतंकवादी शिविरों को पाकिस्तान में लगाया जाता है। वहाँ से लॉन्चिंग पैड बना करके आतंकवादियों को सीमा पार से क्रॉस बॉर्डर टेररिज्म को लगातार पिछले 30 से 40 सालों से पाकिस्तान लगातार बढ़ावा दे रहा था। उन सबकी डिटेल है। तो भारत ने एक डोजियर की कॉपी तो पाकिस्तान को दे दी है और अब बाकी जो डोजियर्स हैं, इसी डोजियर की कॉपी भारत की ओर से दुनिया के जितने देश हैं सबको दिए जाएंगे। तो कि भारत के विदेश मंत्रालय की तरफ से अब तक लगभग 100 से ज़्यादा देशों को पाकिस्तान की इस घटना के बारे में ब्रीफिंग की गई है और इस तरह का डोजियर दुनिया के सभी देशों को दिया जाएगा ताकि पाकिस्तान की करतूतें बेनकाब हो, पाकिस्तान क्या है, क्या कहता है और क्या करता है, ये चीज़ें, ये सत्य लोगों के सामने आए।
All right, Sanjay, I'll request you to kindly stay on with us, as in fact we also have Colonel J.S. Sodhi, international affairs expert, joining me live on the broadcast. Appreciate you joining me live this morning, sir. Now, even in fact we look at how Pakistan is in a complete state of panic with all the news outlets and the highest media outlets covering the fear that Pakistan continues to be embroiled in, saying that in the next 24 to 36 hours India is going to launch the military offensive against Pakistan. However, these are just in fact the basis of how Pakistan continues to smear its propaganda as well. But when we talk about the dossier that the government has prepared, hope you've had a look on that, Mr. Sodhi. The dossier mentions how clearly Pak-based links have been always at the part of the organized investigation as far as any terrorist attack across the globe is concerned.
Jai Hind, Simran, it's my honor to be on your esteemed channel. Well, the Ministry of Home Affairs has done a very meticulous and deliberate work by making this dossier, which clearly proves that Pakistan is the epicenter of terrorism. By the way of great explanation given, lot of annexures attached, many evidences given, it is clear that any terrorist attack worldwide can be linked with Pakistan, because that is the breeding ground for terrorism, because that is the place where people are indoctrinated because of religion and they go and carry out these heinous attacks all over the world. Well, now the United Nations, the superpowers, everyone should take a strong note of this dossier made by the Minister of Home Affairs, where so much effort has been put in. And now Pakistan should be cornered and strict sanctions put on Pakistan. Whatever other diplomatic actions have to be taken by the United Nations, well, no longer should world ignore that Pakistan is indeed the epicenter of terrorism. And because of Pakistan, so many people have died in all over the world, not only India, all over the world, globally, so many people have died. It is only because the world organizations like United Nations do not stop and check Pakistan from its heinous activities.
Well, J.S. Sodhi, in fact, very clearly how exactly, right now Pakistan continues to spoil its own, in fact, agenda, saying that they have been a victim of terrorism. The statement has come yesterday itself. How do you view this critical statement that Pakistan, while all the links of any terror attacks continues to end at their side, when come out and say after the deadliest attacks that India has seen in Pahalgam, that India is in fact perpetrating terrorism?
Well, Simran, Pakistan will always be in a permanent state of denial regarding support to any terrorist, because it knows very well the moment it acknowledges, there will be a flurry of economic sanctions put on it. So Pakistan has been following this policy for long, that it always denies, even if evidences are given by India, it still denies. So it is nothing new expected from Pakistan, and such an attitude will remain coming from Pakistan, because that is how Pakistan functions as a nation. But now it is up to the global nations, especially the big superpowers, to realize how much bloodshed has happened all over the world in India. For how long will these superpowers keep quiet? For how long countries like USA, Russia, China not speak up? Is it not a crime against humanity that here it is one nation which is openly and perpetually propagating terrorism, allowing terrorists to use its land for attacks on various nations? And here the three superpowers who boast themselves of big economic nations, big military powers, they are unable to reign in Pakistan. Well, there is something greatly amiss. It is because of the lack of the initiative by the superpowers who are turning a blind eye towards Pakistan, that Pakistan has reached to this dangerous and dirty state today.
All right, Colonel J.S. Sodhi, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts and in fact expressing clarity over here through opinions. Now, viewers, the BJP and the Congress have at this